Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Cletus Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Yeah, coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Funny Man, coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show.
There we go. Good morning. Y'all see it. It's in the car today. We in the car. We're a little bit different. Welcome to another edition of See You in the Morning. Seeing you from the vehicular. Seeing you from the car. Gotta do it a little bit different today. The show must go on. I gotta do parenting duty today. Gotta be a little bit of a dad. So gotta take my son to school this morning. And so I'm out here in these streets. Welcome to See You in the Morning. My horrible idea to get up in the morning and give you way too much of my personal business. Go all over my personal life. Try to explain to you why it's almost summertime and I gotta wear a jacket this morning. But I'm not protected down low. I'm gonna tell you what, I want to be consistent on this show. I'm always consistent on this show. I normally don't wear pants when I'm on the show in the house. Why would I put on pants just because I'm in the car? I'm not doing it. Y'all getting me out here bold and free. If I get pulled over today, I'm getting 2 tickets. That's all I'm saying. It's going to be more than just the ticket for what my driving is about. But that's neither here nor there. Welcome to See You in the Morning. My horrible idea to get up in the morning and give you way too much of my personal business just to express what's going on in my life. Just do too much. I'm doing way too much. But I'm picking my son up from school, just trying to make sure we get him there in a reasonable amount of time. Got exams starting this week because it's winding down for him. But if this is your first time hearing this, you're about to experience something so cold. If you've been here before and you find it not robbery, to come back through here one more time. And I appreciate you, man, because you could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me. It is a Monday, but it's not going to be mundane, huh? It's a Monday, but it's not going to be a mundane Monday. Just another mundane Monday. Let me see. First and foremost, if you know anything about me and this show, the only thing on this show that is constant, the one thing that does not change, is that I speak to the people that speak to me. If you speaking to me, if I ain't sleeping with you, I'm speaking with you. So we're going to go ahead and get that out of the way this morning. The first 3 people that speak when the M&M's are morning mythical medals. Now, I don't know if they're as accurate when I'm doing it on the phone in the car, but we're going to go ahead and get her done anyway. So giving out the medals this morning, the bronze medal goes to America's Best bus driver, Miss Wendy Riddick, with the bronze this morning. C morning, I don't know, man. That's a Cletus morning. CM, I guess. CMB, we got. Silver medal goes to my man Snoop Boykins, and the gold goes to Denzel Gold Glover. Denzel with the gold. My man Snoop with the silver, and Wendy with the bronze. Oh, when I hit yours too fast. There you go, bam. Almost getting the medal, not quite making it, is my girl Crystal. TT, my niece. Tiny and Tasty Panel in here. Also, here's Dolores. Betty's in the building. Kit Kat. Franita. My man Keith Brown is in the building. He's here. Crystal Sex Appeal is in the building. Let's see. Marche in the building. Emmett Time, Emmett Place in the building. Natasha Lamel. That's French for the male. Lisa's in the building. Slim Goody, my girl Star, is in the building. Christine in the building and Eva Tay in the building. So good morning, everybody that's in the building. What are you talking about? I'm in the car. Yeah, I am in the car. Let me see. Let me not try to run over any of these kids. I'm in a school zone. I'm trying to make sure I don't run any kids over. But to teach them a valuable lesson, teach them how to cross the street better. Teach them how to cross the street better. If you run a kid over, I think we got run over by cars all the time, at least once a week when I was a kid. If you ain't get run over by a car, what was you doing? I mean, you won't living life the way you were supposed to. You won't really putting out there the proper effort. There goes somebody driving wild. It's always somebody driving wild in the morning. Where y'all be trying to get to? Is this the life that people with real jobs live? Y'all got to rush in the morning. Y'all got to do it. Well, y'all know what Monday morning brings forth. Monday morning brings forth me doing a morning recap. Let me let this, bro. My weekend recap. I always recap the weekend. Big weekend in the 757. Big weekend in the 757. Let me tell y'all something. Fellas, we always talk about women care. Women care about what they call. People be like, women are like they care that don't call me out my name. Don't do this. Don't do that. Let me tell y'all something. These women be out here faking. These women be out here faking, and I'm going to tell you how I know. This weekend, a cultural phenomenon happened. A cultural phenomenon. All the way from Atlanta, Georgia, ATL, Georgia. What do we do for you? Bulldogging like them Georgetown Hoyas. Just come get the key if she ain't up. Okay. All the way from Atlanta, Georgia, a food truck came up here. A food truck called a Slutty Vegan. The Slutty Vegan. And let me tell you something. You would think people had not eaten in the past 10 to 15 years. You would think they was giving away food. Them people was in line for the Slutty Vegan. Hey, dude, put that in the trunk for me. As if they had never eaten before. Listen, you would have thought they was giving slaves their freedom the way that they was in there. And the names that they call the food over there at that restaurant. How you doing today, sir? Seeing you. Look great. Water bottles back there as requested. Thank you. The line over there was longer than summer school. I don't understand what it is. Now, these are people, this will just prove to you that no matter how much we try to say that we're a big city over here in this here area, we ain't got it. Anybody comes from a city that we think is bigger than ours, they in line like crazy. Now, they got vegan restaurants right here. Cell Therapy is a whole vegan restaurant. They've been vegan the whole time. Everywhere you look, vegan up. They frying all your favorite mushrooms. And people don't even go to that pole restaurant. But these people come with plants from a different city. And they just act different. And it's just the way that they treat you at the restaurant. They come with the abusive language when you come through there. And they don't even care. These people come to be treated terribly. I saw it with my own eyes. Well, I didn't see it with my own eyes because I didn't go. Ain't no way I'm gonna stand in line for hours to get no food. I ain't met a meal. I ain't met a meal that good yet. I'm gonna tell you that right off the top. What about you, dude? Standing in line for hours outside.
For what?
For some food.
What type of food?
vegan.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it here from the mouth of babes. That's what the Bible says. Absolutely not. But y'all let them people come over here and drive all the way from Atlanta with the food in the truck. They just brought the food from Atlanta. They put some food in the truck and drove. And these people stood in line for hours. I felt sorry for the city. I felt sorry for us because it made it seem like we ain't never had nothing.
I mean,
go ahead, son.
I mean, they're not really wrong. I mean, there's not really much enforcement.
Well, first of all, son, Portsmouth is a city of great value and opportunity. Have you not? Portsmouth is the oyster of the Hampton Roads area, full of pearls.
I mean, we have the Children's Museum.
Okay, yeah, nobody else has a children's museum.
That is so not true.
Not in this area. There's a children's museum all the way in Richmond. You don't get that kind of experience anywhere but Portsmouth. There's so much beautiful stuff here in Portsmouth.
Like the trash.
Portsmouth is a pearl. There will be no bad mouth in Portsmouth here, son.
There's
all right?
Probably bad mouth like everywhere in Portsmouth, but you know.
There will be no bad mouth in Portsmouth.
Okay.
All right. This is the city you were born in.
Why couldn't I have been born in Colorado?
Oh, I don't know. What does it matter where you were
born?
Am
I part Coloradoan then?
Coloradian?
Am I half from Denver? Am I half African, half Denver, half Portsmouthian?
That's 3 halves, son.
Exactly, I'm 150%.
Why are we putting you in private school because you believe there's 3 halves?
Am I part of Colorado? Am I part Detroit? Am I part Coloradian?
Detroit is not even in Colorado.
Denver, it's in that region up there.
It is definitely not.
Detroit is in that region.
Michigan and Colorado are not in the same area.
Have you been to Michigan?
Yes, I've been to Detroit, Detroit. I've been done shows in Detroit. I've done shows in Lansing, Lansing.
That's not fair.
Well, what's not fair about it?
I want to go to Detroit.
Why aren't you a safety patrol?
Because you have to get.
Did your mom tell you got a
the honor thing?
The National Junior Honor Society?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, good work, man.
Thank you.
Way to get it done. They had to fill out an application. We're going to lie on it for you. We're going to make sure that we tell them that you help old ladies cross the street and you save small babies.
I do save small babies.
There you go. Good job. Way to go, son.
Love you, Dad.
All right, man. Love you too. Have a great day. Remember, son, there's only 2 halves, okay?
4 halves, Dad.
I just don't understand. I don't understand why I'm sending them to private schools. He thinks there's 3 halves. Oh, your project looks a lot different than it did last night. Did you redo it?
Oh, yeah.
Was even on real poster board last night.
Where's my water? Oh, underneath this.
My son is doing Who's that project on? John? John the Baptist?
Yeah. Gospel.
Oh, John the Gospel.
Yeah.
My bad. Big John doing a project on John the Gospel. See, this is why parent pickup is crazy. You couldn't just wait a second. You got to go all the way around people. Just wait a second. The impatience in the parent pickup line is ridiculous. All you gotta do is just wait. Just wait a second. Just wait a second. I never did a project on John when I was in school. That's that Catholic school love. Yeah, he's in that National Junior Honor Society. But let me tell you something. Let's get back to fellas. Don't let women tell you they don't want to be called nasty names. Those ladies couldn't wait to go get slutted out. The slutty I didn't want to say it while my son was in the car. But the Slutty Vegan, that's the name of the place. And them women couldn't wait. They was in line to be slutted. Fellas, y'all keep thinking you got a good woman. I saw some of them people in lines. I saw first ladies and dignitaries and women who try to carry themselves like they fancy. But they couldn't wait to go get slutted out. And they was out there telling the world, oh, I just got slutted out. Slut me. What? Y'all heard what Marche had? She had the one night stand. I seen the ladies be like, I'm gonna get the sloppy toppy. Wait, what? What kind of nasty, disgusting? And tell you, I was appalled. I was appalled. These are women I thought had class and manners, and they was like, make me a slut. I want to lose my virginity. Take me to Slutty Vegan. And they waited in line for it. And you had a happy ending. And look, fellas, I'm gonna tell you what. It's okay for women to go to the Slutty Vegan, and they all for it. I bet you they would have been mad if you would have went to Hoe Meats. If I was like, I'm going down, me and the boys going down to Hoe Meats, I bet you they wouldn't let it happen. I'm gonna go down to Hoe Meats and have a long schlong. What? Keith, it wasn't even a freak at night. It was the middle of the day when they was in line. They got in line early. I don't even think they got there till 1 or 2 o'clock. Let us go down to Hoe Meat. Hey man, I'm going down to Hoe Meats. Me and the fellas gonna go check out these Hoe Meats. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go get the hit it from the back sandwich. It would never happen. Y'all would it would be a mockery. But y'all can go down there and get the sloppy toppy and the spank me daddy. Y'all didn't see it. Your woman is down there ordering a spank me hard. But y'all okay with it. I'm just telling you, ladies, is different. Y'all don't care. This is how it goes out here in these streets. But y'all let it fly. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the double standard. These ladies out here, y'all are worse than men. I said it. Ladies are worse than men. Ladies are worse than men. It's okay. I'm telling y'all now, I'm gonna make the money. I'm forgetting about it. I've always said, and I tell people this all the time, my dream, my goal, it's not even a dream. This is a potential reality. This is what I'm going to bring it to fruition, is me to own a comedy club. I was like, I'm gonna own me a comedy club, and I'm the Ray's Boom Boom Room. I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna have me a comedy club. I already made up my mind. I've made it up in my mind. But what I'm not gonna do is lose money. I'm gonna make me a business. It's gonna make me a money. Y'all think it's bad that men go to Hooters? I'm opening up my own restaurant, and it's called Cox. I'm gonna open me up. Hooters gonna be Hooters. I'm gonna put it right next. Everywhere there's a Hooters, I'm gonna put a Cox. I'm gonna put a chicken on there. It's gonna be a chicken on there, standing proud. But I'm gonna have Cox, and I'm gonna have guys in there shirtless with pumps in their bumps. That's right. And I bet you that thing is going to stay packed, because them women is going to be in there, because women are worse than men. That's what I'm going to open up Cox, and we're not going to serve chicken tenders. We're going to serve chicken hearts. That's going to be our signature, either drink or meal. It's going to be the hard Cox. I bet you they'll be in there. Bet you they'll be in there for that. I'm gonna make that money, and I know I know some of the community guys are gonna come in there. I know some of the It's Raining Men fellas will be in there, and it's okay. Change the temperature. But what I saw, I was so disappointed. And ladies going and standing in line for hours to be slutted out, and they was excited about it. I can't wait to get slutted out. Wait, what? What are we doing? No, Denzel, I will not be interviewing any of those ladies, any of those gentlemen for the restaurant. Now, that's going to be passive income. I'm not going to have anything to do with it. I'll get somebody to go in and feel the pectoral muscles on their own. I'll be a silent partner. Silent partner. I'm sitting here today, speaking of prostitution. I'm sitting here, man, I'm thinking about music. I was thinking about music that we listened to. This is a completely different story. I had a weekend recap. I had a show on Fort Eustis over in Newport News. A beautiful, beautiful facility over there. For just a moment, I almost thought the vegan event was in Portsmouth yesterday. For just a moment, I felt like I could join the military. I was like, these are the perks that would make me join the military. I like military perks. But if I was in the military, I would probably be on perk. I'm not even gonna lie to you. If I ended up in the military, I probably would have been on perk. But the perks of the military, the stuff that military has, military bases and houses and they gyms and facilities, those are great. Except for the fact that you got to be in the military. That's the hard part for me. That would have been the part I wouldn't have been able to deal with well. But as I was leaving and coming back, when I was leaving and coming back, I ended up just listening to some old school music. And I heard one of what I think is the saddest songs that I've ever heard. And it's a song called Stranger by LTD. LTD, and it's featuring Jeffrey Osborne. Now, Jeffrey Osborne was one of the more talented voices of our day, but never really gets the respect that he deserves. Jeffrey Osborne was an American treasure. We can't sleep on what Jeffrey Osborne brought to the table, but nobody respected Jeffrey Osborne the way. Jeffrey Osborne was a poor man's Luther. Now, some people would say Freddie Jackson, but Freddie Jackson was just Luther's man. Jeffrey Osborne was a poor man's Luther. If you couldn't afford Luther Vandross, you get you some Jeffrey Osborne. Now, what Jeffrey Osborne presented in LTD Stranger was one of the saddest songs I've ever heard. But way before T-Pain fell in love with a stripper, Jeffrey Osborne was singing sensually about his interactions with prostitutes. Go back and listen to the song. If you ever get a chance, go back and listen to Stranger by LTD. I'm telling you, there are songs out there that if we actually take a moment and listen, you'll realize they ain't all that they was cracked up to be. Stranger by LTD, all about prostitution. Last night, I loved a stranger. Was the beginning of a fantasy. That was it. Jerry Osborne loved a stranger just because there was nobody there to care about him. Ooh, nah, 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 nah. And the only reason I even thought about that song, I'll get back to why I thought about it. But then after the first verse, he came back again. Another night, another stranger. He had two of them. Matter of fact, if you actually listen to the song, Three Strangers, tonight, that is it. That third stranger, now Dirty Diana was way after LTD though. Cause there's nobody to care about me. Oh, na, 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 na. He had all these strangers. He was out there just making love to prostitutes every night until she came back. And I'm going to tell you what, she finally came back. Tonight, there'll be no stranger. He was excited because his woman came back. My baby's home. And when she came on, I'm going to tell you what, I don't know what that lady knows that he had all them prostitutes while she was gone for 3 days. Jerry Osborne's woman left him for 3 days and 3 strippers. No, na, 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 na. Nobody, na, na. I don't even think his woman had left him. That's what's so sad about this song. I don't think Jeffrey Osborne's woman left him. She just went on a work trip. Go to a family reunion. And you couldn't stay in the house for 3 days because your woman was gone? Listen, you talk about sexual addiction. His woman was gone for 3 days. He went and got 3 prostitutes. What she needs to do when she come home is have herself checked. That's the first thing she needs to do. She needs to have herself checked because Jeffrey got issues. She was just gone 3 days. You would have thought they were broke up for years and there was a divorce. It was 3 days. Cause there's nobody to care after me. Jeffrey couldn't take care of himself for 3 days. 3 days. That's all Jeffrey needed was 3 days. He was like, I can't do it. She was gone for 3 days and he became a slutty vegan. And I gotta go get slutted out. She ran. Betty said all she did was run to the store real quick. He woke up, she wasn't there. She was at the store. This morning, I loved a stranger. Jerry Osborne, man. But we sang that song. That now, I'm going to tell y'all what. Ooh, nah, 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 nah. Might be one of the most famous riffs. And he ain't saying the ooh, nah, 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 nah. Nobody, nah, 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 nah. There are 3 different women in 3 different times. No, nah, 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 nah. And he made sure y'all knew it won't the same lady. He was like, another night, another stranger. I was like, yo, that's a wild boy. That was a wild boy. Jeffrey Osborne, wild boy potential. Jeffrey is a wild boy. Wild boy. He's a wild boy. A wild boy. I'm getting ready to get rid of the show now. Not get rid of the show. I'm getting ready to get off the show. I got a busy week. Busy week. Since y'all in my business anyway, busy week today. Busy week today. I will be over at the Norfolk State University. They got them kids out of there, so they having professional development. I'm going over there to speak to the staff, the faculty and staff. Another night, another stranger. I'm gonna go over there and speak to the faculty and staff at the Norfolk State University. So I look forward to doing that, getting that out the way. Then tomorrow I have an appointment with my orthopedist, going in there so they can work on my knees. My knees is horrible. I'm the anti-Megan. I'm definitely not Megan Thee Stallion. Maybe Paul the Pony, but definitely not Megan Thee Stallion. These knees have been challenged. I took the good knees challenge and I failed miserably. Miserable failure. Just letting y'all know that off the top. Miserable and horrible failure. So we're not doing that. And then on Wednesday, I go. So that's Tuesday with the orthopedist. So you can look at these knees. I got my MRI back. It wasn't pretty. I'm not even a trained professional, but I looked at my MRI results. I was like, yo, this ain't good. Now, here's one thing I'm gonna tell you right now. I need Google. I never go to WebMD. Never go to WebMD because WebMD is just gonna kill you. Whatever the diagnosis is, it's gonna be death. No matter what you got going on in your life, once you go to WebMD, you're dead. They be like, I got a hangnail. They be like, oh, hangnail is the first sign of cancer. Like, it's a hangnail. You be like, you got flaky skin. They be like, dead. That's it. You go to WebMD, dead. Life expectancy of a hangnail, 36 seconds. You can't go on WebMD. So that's a wrap. But I did Google everything that was in my MRI, and then my right knee is gone. My right knee. Listen, my right knee is in the shape of somebody who's overly loved a stranger. There's some slutty veganism going on in my left and my right knee. And then Wednesday, I go back to my cardiologist. I've changed cardiologists now. I'm going to say this. I'm not trying to be rude or mean or whatever, but I will say this. Everybody that's out there, if I could give a message out today, it is be diligent about your health. Make sure that you are an advocate for yourself when it comes to health matters. If you're going to your doctor and your doctor ain't giving you what you think they ought to give them, they think you ought to give you, you can roll out and become an Autobot and roll out. I'm out there with I'm out there, my cardiologist that I had. I went in feeling good about him because he wasn't even American. And he let me down 100%. He won't trying to talk to me, he won't trying to answer questions. Every time I went into the appointment, if I asked him a question, he seemed like he was agitated that I was asking him questions. I was like, cuz this is my whole heart out here. Like my real heart. Like you can't get mad at me because I want to ask questions about my heart. Nah, sir, I'm going to advocate for me. And too many people, man, don't just be like, well, my doctor said it. Like, even though I think WebMD and Google and all those places will slowly kill you, go look it up. Like, if they tell you this, and the third, don't just be like, well, the doctor said. I know old school grandma and granddad and them. And Janice, that's where I'm going. That's crazy that you would put that doctor up there. Dr. Keith Newby is where I'm actually going. But I'm going to Dr. Keith Newby. I see him on Wednesday. I had to move from the doctor that I had. I'm going to Dr. Keith Newby. Doctors can be wrong. Here's the thing. If you don't believe that doctor can be wrong, just remember they practicing medicine. That mean they ain't even got it right. They ain't even got in the game yet. It's just practicing. We talking about practice. Everybody, you got to advocate for yourself, man. Don't just take one doctor's opinion as the only opinion that's out there. Go out there and be like, all right, you telling me this. And if they not giving you the answers, first of all, you paying good money. You paying good money to them doctors. You paying good money to them doctors, whether it's you or insurance, the government, somebody paying them doctors good money. You go in there and you tell them, look, this is how I feel about it. This is what I think. So, no, cuz. That's what I had to give him. I had to give him a no, cuz. And be like, nah, cuz you ain't finna treat me any kind of way. Nah, cuz you ain't finna treat me any kind of way. So I moved to a new doctor, and I advocate anybody to go out there. Be an advocate for yourself. If you are a friend or family member of somebody and they going to a doctor and they not, all the doctor's doing is putting them on more medicine, or you don't see them getting better, you go ahead and be like, hey, man, you need to go and encourage somebody else to do it. And, man, don't be afraid to go to the doctor. We got to go. Man, listen, ever since I hit 41, man, I don't have a problem with going in there. I run right in that doctor's office. I do whatever. I will slap my slutty vegan right on top of the table. I be like, hey, look at this, doc. Is that right? Is that how that's supposed to look? You tell me. You know, just do whatever you got to do. I get a mole in the wrong place. I'm like, hey, look, man, look, I ain't never had no mole right there before. Look at my lower ball. Look at my taint. There's a doctor. He's trained to look at those kinds of things. You go right in there and lift your sack up and let your doctor take a look at it. Hey, look at this, doc. Is this right? What I've been doing recently, man, is I will I will put a little mark on my leg. You know how when your kids is growing up and you get them right there in the doorway and you put a little pin on their head and you write that on the wall and you put a date on it so you can see how your kid is growing. I do the same thing with my sack. Sit in there, man. I put a little line on my thigh so that I know how low I'm dropping. I'm gonna go, if I get too low, I'm going to the doc. Hey, doc, look how low it is right now. Look at this line of demarcation. You see where the equator is now, doc? I don't like it. I don't like that, doc. You gotta go in there. You gotta ask your doctor the hard questions. You like, am I supposed to be this low? I'm on Lil Jon status right now, doc. And this supposed to be way down here. You gotta ask the tough questions. You gotta do it. Gotta do it. What else in my weekend recap? Oh, big shout out to the city of Portsmouth Parks and Recreation. I don't know if that was Thursday or Friday, but one of these days they had a bike ride in downtown Portsmouth. I already saw the video of it. I'm in the video very prominently if you ever want to go see it. But we rode through downtown Portsmouth in the old town. I had a good time riding the bike. We took a really slow pace, so I was able to sit and have real good talks with the mayor. I talked to him. He and I talked. We had a difference of opinion on something, but we were able to talk it out civilly and kind of come to some understanding on both sides. And then after I rode with the mayor, I rode with the chief of police. And man, was really big shout out to Chief Jenkins, man, for the job that he's doing. Even with some of the obstacles that he has to some of the hurdles that are in the way of being chief of police in a city like Portsmouth. We talked. It was Friday. Thank you. He and I sat. We talked back and forth while we was riding because everybody else was slacking. So me and him had time. We was at the front of the line, and my whole goal. This may be wrong for me to say this on live, but my old goal was to come in first. I wanted to make sure I got to the finish line before any of the law enforcement officials, because I just wanted this to be the one time that the black man beat the police. I just wanted to be, just once, just for one time, just one time. I was like, hey, I beat the police. But talking to the chief of police, man, he has some great ideas, some great initiatives that he's trying to do. The saddest thing that I feel for the chief of police, and he didn't say this to me, but I was able to kind of infer it and know what's going on with him. It's very difficult for him. Our city does not have leadership in general. I ain't talking about any specific leaders, but it's very difficult for him. The two positions I definitely wouldn't want in the city of Portsmouth are chief of police and the city manager, because those two positions are at the whim of city council people who don't have the best interest of the city at heart. So if you do something that one, you can make one city official upset. You make one person on city council mad, and they'll rally the troops to have you fired. So it's hard for him to get in there and really do his job, because he has to try to acquiesce to the political aspirations of other people. So you're trying to be police chief, but you can't be chief of police because you're worried about, well, if I make a tough decision, that's gonna upset one city council member. They're gonna have me fired. Like they just be like, we'll fire you. They'll be like, no, let's get another one in there. Same thing with the city manager. City manager, if you do one thing wrong to a city manager, we just saw that with how this last hiring went. You upset one city man, one person on council, and they'll go, hey man, everybody vote with me to get the person off. We be like, they ain't even did nothing. You don't get no performance reviews. You don't get nothing. It's crazy how they treat those jobs. So, big shout outs to Chief Jenkins, man, for doing everything that he can do. Is it perfect? No, but he's doing the best that he can. No, one thing I will put out there, he said, if you are interested in competitive pay, if you really want to work and make a difference in the city, they are definitely hiring at the police department. That's my one thing. Now, me personally, I'm not going out there. I'm not the police and the military. That's two different things. Two things I ain't cut out for. So shout outs to anybody who does those things. It ain't. It couldn't be me, because I'll be out there loving strangers. I love the stranger. I love it. Those were back when music. I mean, I know that was a nasty song about prostitution. That's when music lyrics meant something. Music lyrics used to mean something. You used to have something. Now, not every song. You did have Get Down Boogie, Oogie, Oogie. I mean, that meant nothing. There were fun songs out there. But I think now we just don't have no songs with no content. The R&B content is horrible. If it ain't written by Babyface, it's just horrible now. And it's crazy. News, weather, and sports. It's cold again. I don't understand how it got cold all of a sudden. It is. Prayers out to Houston, Texas, man. Houston, Texas. Storms hit Houston. People lost their lives. It was crazy out there. So they gotta redo Houston. So shout outs to Houston, man. Our thoughts and prayers over the people in Houston who had to endure all of these storms. But now it's cold again. My nipples went from relaxed to rock hard. My nipples have nothing, and they don't know what to do in these kind of weather. I'm really concerned about the elasticity of my nipples. I don't think they're gonna be able to survive. My nipples have trust issues because they don't know when it's gonna be okay or when it's not gonna be okay. They warm up and like, okay, it's warm. Let's just be us. They're like, you know. Then we get outside and it's cold and they tense back up. They got PTSD. And my nipples got PTSD. They don't know how to deal with the weather. The moment they start trusting the weather is cool, it's gonna be warm, it gets cold again. I got on the jacket in mid-April. My sinuses don't know what to do. My sinuses is all jacked up. Everybody's sinus. If you out here with good sinuses, I don't know what you need. Forget the good knees challenge. Let's have a good sinuses challenge. If you still got sinuses that ain't been affected by this weather changing, you are a special human being. You're probably a mutant. That's a mutant power. That's how we can tell who's mutants and who ain't. That's that. In sports, last night, 2 Game 7s in the NBA, both home teams lost. The New York Knicks and the Denver Nuggets both lost. It was something else. The Knicks ain't have a chance. The Knicks are out of players. The Knicks was they almost put Spike Lee in the game last night. The Knicks was completely out. Everybody's hurt for the Knicks. And the Nuggets, I don't understand basketball now. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I don't understand the current game of basketball. They've let analytics and the Harlem Globetrotters take over basketball. The Denver Nuggets had a 20-point lead, and then they decided for the rest of the game we're just gonna shoot 3-pointers and not make them. I mean, they were just out there jacking the ball up. They was jacking and they were off. And so when you put those two together, it's never positive. If you jacking off, that is not what you want. I guess jacking on is what you want, but no, they just continuously miss shots, and then they just let Minnesota get back in the game. I don't understand why they don't get to the basket. Nobody goes to the basket anymore. Everybody goes to the basket to throw it back out further from the basket. It's weird to me, but big shout out to the Minnesota Timberwolves. They got a budding superstar in Anthony Edwards. He's out there playing. Rudy Gobert is still the biggest waste of money in the NBA, but they like him. And plus, you get to say Gobert. Gobert, Gobert, Gobert. He's very, very French. He's very French. So that's that. I don't know what's happening. Hold on. I lost all my camera angle. I was trying to. I don't know where my camera went. That's ridiculous. That's why you shouldn't touch stuff. I knew better, but I did it anyway. Hold on. I don't know if y'all can see all of me. I can't see all of me. All I can see is a little sliver. Look at that. That's all you can see is my lip. Let's try to flip it this way. Now I'm upside down. I don't know what happened. I hit a button. I was trying to. Oh, y'all can see me. Okay. Cause I can't see me. I don't know what's happening. I was just trying to see if I could pull up the word of the day, but I can't. Maybe I can go inside. I'll make up something. Today's word of the day is advocate. If you go to the doctor, make sure you advocate for yourself. Don't just let them tell you anything. Advocate. Vocate. Advocate. I'm trying to make sure I got everything in my weekend wrap up. Big shout outs to my kids this weekend, man. My kids decided they wanted to cook all weekend. So big shout outs to them. We all took turns. Nala made dinner one night. She only made spaghetti, but she made it. So she made spaghetti. That was dope. Yesterday, my son made grilled pork chops. I didn't eat any, but it looked amazing. And they let me make breakfast. I made breakfast for them. We was just simple with it. Just some bacon and eggs and cinnamon rolls. Cinnamon rolls. We had bacon, eggs, and cinnamon rolls. And I know a lot of y'all gonna say it's not cinnamon rolls, it's cinnamon rolls. And to you, I'll say same thing. Same thing, because I said cinnamon roll. Some of y'all ain't go to school, so you don't know. what a synonym is. So when I say synonym rolls, and then I was like, same thing. It, uh, uh, it's a dad joke. Is it that synonym rolls? Same thing. Okay. Um, all right, I'm out, man. Listen, it's Monday. We're gonna have a fantastic day, man. Y'all know what it's all about. We master our Mondays. We try to go ahead and let Monday be the determining factor for the rest of the week. We let Monday be like, hey, look, this is the standard that we're setting for the week. We're gonna have a fantastic Monday, and the rest of the week is gonna look at how good your Monday was, and it's gonna be like, oh no, look how good Monday was. We can't do anything. And so we'll let it know. So Monday, let's go out there and set the record straight. A lot of us get upset and we start feeling a certain way about Monday. No, Monday is setting our stages. We got goals, we got things we want to accomplish. For those of y'all who are keeping up with me on the 300 miles by 300 miles in May. That's what I'm supposed to be riding, between riding and walking, 300 miles on the bike. I'm a little off course. Today's the 20th. I should be at like 200 miles. But I'm actually at like 190. I'm at like 190 miles for the month of May. But I got to figure it out. If I can continue on and do like 11 miles a day, I can be all right. I did, no, 15 yesterday. 15 yesterday. 14 and 15 yesterday. 14.1, something like that. I did like 14 yesterday. So I'm still on it. I'm going to keep y'all posted. And that last week is when I'm going to really need y'all to keep pushing me. Like literally, y'all might have to push me. Um, literally have to push me because I might be too tired that last week. But we're going to get it. Memorial Day weekend, I'm going to go hard in the paint. Ain't nobody doing nothing. I'm just be riding everywhere. I'm going to ride my bike to the Emoji Festival. I love the fact that I've been seeing so many people when I ride my bike. And I know I'm probably been on the rumor mill because I don't think people will believe that I'm out there exercising. I just think a lot of people probably think I'm doing bad. I know a lot of people just like, they out there on their phone. They couldn't wait to text. People probably been taking pictures, sending it all over the place. They like, boy, he doing bad out here in these streets. They done repossessed all his cars. Like, he doing bad. That's how people are looking at me. They be like, he doing bad out here. Where am I doing my miles at? So it just depends. Different days I do different things, different stuff. So it's like sometimes I take my bike. If y'all are ever wondering what my routine is, what I'll do. Sometimes I'll take my bike. I'll put my bike in my truck. I'll drive the truck downtown Portsmouth, and I'll ride on the waterfront. I ride the waterfront. I'll be all behind the courts. I'll go in the old town. I try to ride, in what I consider to be safer places. Yesterday I can get a good 8 miles if I leave my house, ride my house all the way out into the Crystal Lake area of Portsmouth, and I ride out Crystal Lake, and then I ride back through Cavalier Manor back home. So that'll get me that's a good 8 mile ride. There I'll ride to Chesapeake Square Mall. I'll get on my bike, ride my bike down to the ferry, catch the ferry over to Norfolk, and they have what they call the Elizabeth River Trail in Norfolk. So they're doing that. Um, One of my goals is to ride in all of the 7 cities. And then I was like, ooh, Newport News and Hampton are dangerous. So I took them out. But then somebody was like, you can ride around Oyster Point in Hampton, and that's kind of safe. So that's the Hampton Newport News area. So I'm gonna try to get all 7 cities in and ride out there. So I've done Norfolk, Portsmouth. I've ridden some of Chesapeake, not enough that really count as a ride. But yep. So I'm gonna get all 7 cities in. I'm gonna document them. I keep saying I'm gonna charge my GoPro. Now I'm gonna say this because again, I tell y'all way too much of my personal business. I don't really use my GoPro camera like that, but it's on my dresser facing my bed. So if I wasn't a virgin, a woman would walk in and be like, "Why you got this camera facing your bed?" And I'd be like, here's what I wouldn't even know how to really explain it. So that's the thing. Newport News has a trail. It's just bumpy. And here's the thing. I'm trying to. I don't know how to say this without sounding bad. I'm trying to stay on the smoother roads. Because that bicycle seat is on your, it's hard, it's on your butt, and I don't want that repetitive motion on my hind parts. Like it's uncomfortable. I just don't want that. You know, I don't even know any better way to say it than to say I just don't want. I don't want that happening, and not on my backside. That's just not me. 76,000 steps. Now, if I count my steps, I haven't been using my steps towards my miles. So I also have my steps. So like if I were to go count my steps, like the steps also give you miles. I haven't counted those. I wonder if I count those, I might already be over 300. But because I be riding the bike, you can either be walking or riding. That sounds like something a man will tell a woman. Either you ride or you walk. Either you ride or you walk. Ain't no other way around it. Okay, that's it. I'm getting ready to get off now. Have a fantastic Monday, man. Lord willing, the creek don't rise. We'll be back here. No diddy. We'll be back here again to do this all over again. Tomorrow, I might talk about what's going on with Sean Combs, because that's a whole situation in itself. But y'all have a fantastic day. Remember, make somebody feel good today, even if that somebody just happens to be you. We'll be back again tomorrow, man. Lord willing, the creek don't rise.
Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you back play this Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Funny Man, coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off